Hey guys, it's Roger, and it's been a long time since I've made a normal commentary, and something came up that made me actually want to make just a normal one talking to you guys. See, what happened last night, I got a comment on one of my videos from Maple Leaf 1711 who said, "What happened to you, Roger? I came back to this channel after a few years and you're not the same. Unhappy face." And, I thought about it. And he's right. I mean, how I've been in the past versus how I am now when it comes to videos is completely different. Before, I was just throwing shit at the wall pretty much. And when I first started making videos, I made a rule to myself that I would always make videos that were about me. I would never wanted to have like an internet persona. I wanted it all to be just actually me. And I thought I did really well for that for a long time. But the thing is, at the time, I was working as tech support at like a cable company doing internet tech support, and my life wasn't that interesting. And over the last like year and a half, 2 years, things have changed so much in my life that instead of like being interesting or conveying how all the interesting things that have been going on, I've just been kind of saying you should look at me because I'm interesting. I know that myself on a personal level have become a much more interesting person over the last year or two, but I haven't really conveyed that in my videos because what I've been doing is I've just been saying, hey, look at all this cool stuff that I've been doing and be envious, instead of trying to engage everybody that's actually watching my videos. And it's kind of shown, like I don't take it as seriously anymore. Like I don't get as many views on my videos anymore, and it sucks. It's kind of sad, and I miss the interaction. So like what I want to do now is I want to start actually making videos that people want to watch, instead of saying, hey, look at all the cool shit I'm doing and be jealous of me, because that was never my intention, and then I never tried to do it like that. But that's how it started to become, and I never took a second to stop and realize like that's what was happening. So I have something really big coming up that I want to talk to everybody, and so I'll actually be able to talk about that. And then as soon as that gets done, I want to actually like concentrate on my channel more and bring it back to the way it used to be, because I was having a lot more fun doing this back then than I was now. And see, what I'm doing now is like I work at an ad agency and I work in film and I do freelance stuff, and to me that's all super interesting. But like, what do you guys care? I mean, I know you guys would be happy and supportive of me that I'm doing what I want to do, but like there's only so many times that I can say, hey, I'm doing what I'm doing, everybody look at me and love me, because that's not the way it should be. So from here on out, I will concentrate on bringing you content that you might actually want to watch. Now that being said, I have something really big that I want to talk about, and pretty soon you'll see, because I'll be bombarding my channel with it over the next 2 weeks. But tomorrow night at about like 10 o'clock, I'm leaving from Pittsburgh and driving to Chicago to meet up with a filmmaker, and her and some of my friends and some of her friends are traveling from Chicago down to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest Festival. And we've picked up a bunch of sponsors, like we have Jones Soda, Verizon, MapQuest, Pop Chips, as well as like a bunch of other sponsors on this trip. That because of that, we're going to be churning out video after video of all the adventures that we're having, all the cool things that we're doing. Like we're going to we're having lunch with Elvis in Graceland. We're doing Sunset of the Arch in St. Louis. We're visiting like a giant metal dragon that spews fire when you put a token in it, like a giant metal Gumby, and tons of other things. And that's before we even get to Texas. And when we're in Texas, all this exciting stuff is going to be happening. It's going to be like a week and a half of the most absurd adventures crammed together so tightly that it's going to be like mind-bogglingly ridiculous. I'm going to be so busy just making video after video and video, filming everything I can do, and I'm going to be hanging out with like the cream of the internet crop. I'm going to an I Can Has Cheeseburger party as a VIP. I'm like hanging out with all these entrepreneurs and very successful bigwig internet people, and it's going to be insane. And I still like don't even know how to comprehend everything that's happening. It's just going to be that big. And so I want you guys to follow along, because I'll probably be putting up at least a video a day, if not more. And so you can follow along. We also have a website. It's rvsx.tv. I'll have the link in the description. You can follow along there. We have a Facebook. And one thing that's even more ridiculous is we have an 800 number that I'm going to put down in the description. And I have my own extension. So if you guys want to be weird or cool, it's like the same thing to me, you can call the 800 number and call my extension and actually chat with me, which is pretty cool. So if you ever wanted to actually talk to me on the phone, go ahead and do that, because I'll chat with you for a few minutes if you want. So that's all going to be in the description. I still need to, I don't even know what the number is yet. They just told me. So that's what's been going on my mind. So like I want to thank Maple Leaf 1711 for asking me that question, because it really made me think about how things are with me nowadays and how things have been with YouTube. Because ever since I got my Xbox stolen, it's coming up on a year ago, like my motivation to make videos has just died. And like I've got my own PC now, and it's pretty good. It'll play all the games, but it's not good enough to like record, or at least not record consistently or anything like that. So it's kind of put a damper on my ambition to make videos like I used to. So I've been like just chatting with old friends that I've made videos with, and like Tank Jones and Irish and Dan from Climax Studios. Been just like hanging out with them a lot lately, but I don't even have time to like play those games anymore, and it's sad. Like when I worked tech support, I had all this time to play video games. I would just like go home and I'd hop on my Xbox and just play for hours. And now, if I'm lucky enough to have a free moment, I'm probably doing something else. And then like if I get to play a game like a few times a week, I get sit down and play for a little bit, and it's great. But I need the motivation that I had before, and I want you guys to help me out with that. And I really thank you guys for ever sticking around. Like all the people that are listening and have listened this far in this into this commentary, like really thank you. And I want to wrap it up, so please just follow along and try to keep that connection that you had with me, like back when I was much more involved with this. And I want to turn this whole thing around and bring it back to where it was. And I don't even know what to say anymore. You guys are awesome, and if you've listened this far, I love you in a sexy way. Alright, I will talk to you guys later, and keep watching for all those videos that are going to be coming out soon. Peace out.